Thanks for joining me for week 3 of Ukulele Club. Today I'm going to be teaching you 4 new chords. We're going to use the same sort of process that we've used the past 2 weeks. I'll help you guys get in tune, and then we'll learn the chords one by one using different chord progressions. And then we'll finish with a chord progression that incorporates the different chords that we learned today. So let's start off by getting our instruments in tune. We're going to start with the bottom string, which should be tuned to A. Your second string should be tuned to E. Your third string should be tuned to C. And your top or fourth string should be tuned to G. So once you're in tune, we're going to make sure that we're in the correct sitting position. You want to make sure your back is straight and your chest is straight. That's how you're going to use it to support the body of your ukulele, which should be held parallel to your chest. You're going to use your strumming arm to support the body as well, and you're going to use your chord shaping arm to support the neck and the fretboard. And remember, when you're holding your chord shapes, use your thumb to give you some extra support in the back so that you can drop your wrist and still get nice resonant sounds. So now that we're in tune, let's get started. We're learning 4 new chords today, and we're going to start with B7. B7 has a nice jazzy noise, and it goes well with a lot of the chords that we've learned lately. So to get started with learning B7, you're going to need fingers 1, 2, and 3. Something that you might recognize about this chord shape is that it is the same shape as E minor, however, it's just in a different position on the fretboard. So, here we go. Finger 1, you're going to place on the 2nd fret on the E string. Finger 2 follows on the C string of the 3rd fret, and finger 3 follows, just in order, in the 4th fret on your G string. One more time, finger 1, 2, and 3. And this is what B7 sounds like. So to work with B7, we're going to do a small, short chord progression, just alternating between B7 and E minor. I think you guys are going to like this one, and you're going to like how natural it feels because the shapes are the same, but you just move it up and down on the strings. So B7, where we had shaped it, started its shape on your 2nd string, on the E string, while E minor starts on your bottom string, on A. So B7, E minor. However, you're in the same frets and you're using the same fingers. For the chord progression, we're going to play with our down-up strum, as we've been using pretty frequently. And we're going to play B7 for a count of 8, E minor for a count of 8, B7 again for a count of 8, back to E minor for a count of 8, and we'll resolve on B7, and for the resolution, just 1 strum is fine. So we're going to start on B7. I'll count us in and count as we play. I will also pause and name the chord changes just to give you guys a chance to warm up into it. When you're ready, follow along with me. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch to E minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch back to B7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And back to E minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And don't forget, resolve on B7. Kind of an eerie sound to that little progression there. I'd like us to play through it one more time, and this time I will count us in. However, I'm going to stay silent as we play. I won't count while we play, and I won't name the chord progressions. So when you're ready, play along with me. 5, 6, 7, 8. We are resolving. Brace yourselves. We're moving on to chord number 2, which is E major. Now, before I teach you this chord, I want to make a disclaimer that there are obviously many different ways to make these chord shapes. These are not the only options. These are the options that I've learned and that I find the easiest, therefore, to teach. But if you find any of these challenging, I urge you to find a better option for yourself and know that that's fine. But for E major, the reason that this one is a little difficult is because you're going to use one finger to hold down 3 strings. And it's finger number 3, so it's a little bit less dominant of a finger. So you will need to build up the strength to get really good at this one, but I think that's a challenge that you guys can all handle. So to build this shape, you want to start with fingers 1. You're going to use finger 1 and finger 3 to build this shape. So finger 1, you're going to put on your A string in the 2nd fret. Finger 3 has to hold down your G string, your C string, and your E string down the 4th fret. So I'll show you from this angle how I placed that. You always want to put down the first finger, finger 1 first, and then here I go. And you just bend it down over the strings. And this is the sound. And if you notice, I'm using my thumb to really support that bar. So for this next chord progression, we're going to alternate between E major and A major. To remind you, A major is fingers 1 and 2, placed right here. We're going to count E major, 8 counts, A major, 8 counts, back to E major, 8 counts, and A for 8 counts. We'll also resolve on E. So it's going to be just like the last one we did. However, we're going to use a different strumming pattern. I like to use a strumming pattern that goes like this. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up. And that would be a full count of 8. So we'll do that for E, then A, and so on and so forth. So once we're ready, I'm going to count us in, and I will pause for the chord changes and name them for you. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch to A. Back to E. Back to A. And resolve on E. So I think we should do that one more time. We'll play through it a little bit quicker, and I won't name the chord changes. However, I'll still take them a little slowly, just so that we can all keep up. So when we're ready, play along with me. We're going to start on E. 5, 6, 7, 8. Resolve. Awesome job keeping up so far. It's time to move on to our third chord, which is C minor. For C minor, you only have to use one finger. It's finger number 1. And it's actually a little similar to the last chord we learned because you're holding down 3 strings with that finger. It is going to be in the 3rd fret, and you're going to start by placing your finger down on your 3rd string, which is C, and then you're going to fold it down to also hold down E and A. You can also start from A and place it up if that's easier for you. And this is what C minor sounds like. This chord progression I think is really fun. We're going to play C minor for 8 counts. Then we're going to play D minor for 8 counts. Then we're going to play B7 for 8 counts and come back to C minor for 8 counts. And we're going to use the same strumming pattern we just did, which if you remember is down, 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 up, down, 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 up, and that's a full count of 8. Just as a refresher, the D minor shape uses fingers 1 and 2, like this, and B7, which we just learned, is fingers 1, 2, and 3, and C minor, it's right there. I'm going to count us in on 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'll name the chord changes as we go. When you're ready, strum along with me. 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch to D minor. Switch to B7. And back to C minor. So, if you'd like, play through with me one more time, and I won't name the chord changes, so it'll feel a little more fluid. I will count us in. 5, 6, 7, 8. Time now to move on to our 4th and final chord of the day, and that is B minor. B minor is, you guessed it, another bar chord. It uses fingers 1 and 3, and this is how you build the shape. You're going to use finger 1 to hold down the A, E, and C string in the 2nd fret, while you use your finger 3 to hold down your G string in the 4th fret. And this is what B minor sounds like. This next chord progression is a fun one. We're going to play B minor for 4 counts, go up to D major for 4 counts, back to B minor for 4 counts, up to A major for 4 counts. We'll play through that progression twice through, doing our down up strum, and then we'll resolve on B minor. When you're ready, I'll count us in and count us through. Play along with me. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch to D major. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to B minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up to A major. 1, 2, 3, 4, back to B minor, we're playing again. 1, 2, 3, 4, up to D major. 1, 2, 3, 4, back to B minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, up to A major. 1, 2, 3, 4, and resolve on B minor. I think it would be great if we play through that one more time, and if I don't count or say the chord names as we play. I think I'll speed it up just a little bit, but still pause and take time for the chord switches. I'll count us in. 5, 6, 7, 8. off. It's time to finish up Ukulele Club. So today we're going to learn a chord progression that incorporates all of the chords that we learned today. We're going to use the one we just did as the first half. So it will go B minor for 4 counts, D major for 4 counts, B minor for 4 counts, A major for 4 counts. Then you will play B7 for 8 counts, C minor for 4 counts, and finish on E for 4 counts. And we'll only play through this one time. And we're going to use the down-up strum. So one more time, B minor for 4 counts, D major for 4 counts, B minor for 4 counts, A major for 4 counts. It's the same thing we just did. Adding on to that, then switch to B7, which we've used a few times today now, for 8 counts. And then we play C minor for 4 counts, and finish off on E for 4 counts. So I'm going to count us in. We'll play down, up, so that I can count us through, and I'll name the chord changes as we play. When you are ready, follow along with me. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch to D major. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to B minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. And up to A major. 1, 2, 3, 4. B7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. C minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, and E major. 1, 2, 3, 4. As the last thing we do today, why don't we play through that progression once more, and we'll use our new strumming pattern that we learned. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up. And I won't count as we play, and I won't say the chord changes, but I will pause and play through them slowly. It's been great playing with you guys, and I hope to see you next week. And I'll count us in. Let's do this. Start on B minor. 5, 6, 7, 8. Thank you guys. See you next week.